Welcome back to Weighing In. We are looking at the 132-pound weight class where Nick Remo, defending state champion from 126 pounds, could potentially make his third final. Pat, talk to me about Remo's reign.
Last year I made a big mistake when I picked Remo to lose in a region final to Shane Metzler. Never making that mistake again. This guy is the most dominant offensive wrestler I've seen all year long. This guy puts up points and points and points. He has to be one of the highest scoring wrestlers in the state. It's just a bull. He's just a bull offensively, and we got to see him win a state title last year and avenge that state final loss. I think he's a clear favorite here. Yeah, as he lords over this weight class, the best we can do, guys, talk about some of the dark horses. Bill Evans, let's go to you. Give me a couple guys you think who can do some damage.
Yeah, I mean, there's an interesting potential quarterfinal here with Lucas Ravano from Camden Catholic, who just won his third region title and is a two-time placer, and Jake Rotunda, who's a two-time region champ, also a former place winner. They've wrestled twice this year. They split. Rotunda won the first one at the Beast of the East. Ravano won the second time at the Kingsway Duels. And Joe's probably going to talk a little bit about Brian Moralia from Delran upsetting Kyle Slendorn. With that happening, that pushed Ravano and Rotunda down to 4 and 5, put them on Remo's side of the bracket, so made it a little tougher, especially for Lucas maybe to get through to the final. But both of those guys are very good, and I would expect to be high up on the podium at the end of the day. Yeah,
Joe, Bill's stealing your thunder a little bit. Talk to me about Moralia. Talk to me about that Region 6 final.
Well, before Saturday, I don't think too many people even knew who Brian Moralia was. He goes to Delran. He is once beaten. He's 37-1. On Saturday, he scored a late takedown, and he defeated Kyle Slendorn of Howell, a second-place finisher at 126 last year. And, I mean, it was really a shot heard around the world. I mean, Slendorn fell 22 places in our pound-for-pound rankings. Moralia broke into the list after really, being kind of flying under the radar all year. But, Moralia said, I was never going to lose to him again. He lost to him as a junior in the region semifinals and nearly quit the sport. But he said, I wasn't going to lose to him again, and he didn't. I think he can make some noise in the bracket. And listen, Slendorn is one of those kids that finds a way to win. He's going to make some noise before he loses here and goes into the wrestle box.
With the 1 seed Remo in the top bracket, everybody's looking at the bottom bracket, and one guy who could come through that bracket, the 6 seed Carmen Ferrante. Bill?
Ferrante is he's a 3-time state place winner. He was 3rd last year, and he's probably a little under the radar. He does have losses to Ravano and Rotunda early this season. But as we were just talking about the way that the bracket fell, where you want to be on this bracket is on the opposite side of Remo, and that's where he is by dropping to 6. Obviously nothing against Slendorn or Moralia, but they're not top 5 ranked kids in the country like Remo is. So I think that Ferrante, who's been here, who's wrestled the Sunday every single time that he's been in the tournament, with that experience has a chance to really break through and get to the final this time.
All right, Bill, let's go to you first then. Does Ferrante break through and make it to the final, and does he get defeated by Nick Remo?
I think that's exactly what happens. I think he does break through on that bottom half, but I think Remo's a little too much for him when he gets to the final.
Pat, let's go to you. Give me your final and your champion.
Been a big fan of Carmen Ferrante all along, and I like him to get through, but I still think Nick Remo is head and shoulders above the weight class.
Joe, are you picking the 6th seed to make it to the final as well?
I think we're going to make it 3 straight. I will say this. I do think Russell Benson from Raritan will give Nicky Remo a match early in the tournament, but I also am taking Remo to defeat Ferrante in the final.
Our 3 experts all picking the same final and the same champion. That's Nick Remo going for his 2nd title. Keep your eyes on NJ.com, where we'll have live video of every final. Not to mention we'll have brackets, live updates of all the round, photo galleries, and more.